Jehovah's Witnesses use a lot of terms which might seem strange to outsiders. In this video, I will explain each of these terms in simple language. Please don't forget to drop a like. The truth. Jehovah's Witnesses refer to their religion as the truth. To get baptized is to come into the truth. To leave the religion is to leave the truth. The organization can refer to two things, either the Worldwide Brotherhood of Jehovah's Witnesses as a whole, or, as is most often used, as the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society, often referred to as Jehovah's Organization. Jehovah uses his organization to direct his people today. Disobeying the organization is equal to disobeying God himself. Some old-timers refer to the organization as the Society, and back in the 60s, some even referred to the organization as Mother. Jehovah's Chariot refers to Jehovah's heavenly organization. It's an image taken from the book of Ezekiel. We are encouraged to keep up with Jehovah's Chariot, that is, keep up with all the doctrinal changes made by the organization. The faithful and discreet slave. The governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses, the leaders of the Watchtower, refer to themselves as the faithful and discreet slave, a term taken from a parable from Matthew 24. But these guys don't read the text as a parable, no, they read it as a prophecy. They are the fulfillment of this prophecy, where God promises to raise up a faithful and discreet slave who gives spiritual food at the proper time. The governing body is the only one who dictates what is true, and regular JWs are not allowed to question the leaders.
The governing body loves you.
New light, also referred to as new understanding or clarified understanding, is any doctrinal change that is announced by the governing body. This might be a reversal of long-held doctrine or adding details to their end times table, and JWs are expected to accept this new light without question. Spiritual food refers to God's Word, the Bible, and any Watchtower material used to interpret the Bible. This can be magazines, brochures, videos, and talks. Basically, anything released on jw.org. Only the governing body is authorized to provide spiritual food. We are currently living in Satan's world, this system of things. This system pushes us to accept things Jehovah doesn't like birthday cupcakes and toy wizards. Satan controls every aspect of this system of things, including the economic, religious, and political sectors. Worldly people. Anyone that is not a Jehovah's Witness is considered a worldly person and a bad association. You are to avoid socializing with these people, since they are detrimental to your spirituality. The Brotherhood includes all Jehovah's Witnesses around the world. You refer to your fellow worshippers as brother or sister, or sometimes as the friends. Babylon the Great is the world empire of false religions, represented by a harlot riding a multi-headed beast. This image is taken from the book of Revelation and includes all religious traditions and organizations outside the Jehovah's Witnesses. JWs are instructed to get out of Babylon the Great, that is, have nothing to do with false religious practices, such as celebrating Christmas or Easter. You're also not allowed to attend other religious services. Christendom refers to all versions of Christianity outside of Jehovah's Witnesses. These are also false and will soon be destroyed. Jehovah's Witnesses call themselves true Christians.
Oh yes, we do, honey.
Since 1914, we have been living in the last days. That is, the final stretch of time before Jehovah brings Armageddon and ushers in the new world. The last days are marked by signs of Matthew 24, wars, natural disasters, famines, and the preaching of the good news. The end refers to the end of this system of things at the Battle of Armageddon, the second coming of Christ, when Jesus destroys all world governments. The new world refers to the paradise to come. After God destroys Satan's world during Armageddon, JWs will have to rebuild the earth. In the new world, there will be no sickness, suffering, or death. Humans will coexist with animals and potentially live forever. Faithful ones will be resurrected and also have a shot at everlasting life. The anointed. JWs believe only 144,000 individuals will go to heaven. These are called the anointed. How do you know you're anointed? Well, it's just a feeling inside. Only the anointed can partake from the bread and the wine. Every member of the governing body considers themselves anointed.
You ponder that too deeply, you'll have a headache for sure.
The memorial refers to the memorial of Jesus' death, an annual celebration, the most important in the Jehovah's Witness calendar, basically their own version of Mass. The good news is the message that very soon God's kingdom will destroy this wicked system of things and usher in a paradise. Every JW is expected to share the good news. Your service to Jehovah includes anything you may do to spread the good news of the kingdom, mainly by preaching to others. Going to service means going to preach, usually by going door to door. Witnessing is the act of being out in service. Even if you go out in the ministry and don't speak to a single person, you are still witnessing, since people can see you out and about. You gave a witness. There are different types of witnessing, like phone witnessing, informal witnessing, and the silliest of them all, cart witnessing.
I'm just a cart made up of bits and pieces, a frame, a handle, and some wheels.
Rightly disposed ones. The purpose of the ministry is to find people who are rightly disposed for everlasting life. Those who reject the message don't have the right heart condition. This is a way to place all the blame on the unbeliever once they are destroyed in Armageddon. Return visits, or RVs, is when you revisit someone who showed some interest in the Bible. A study is when this person accepts to study the Bible each week with you, usually with the help of some Watchtower brochure. Although the householder may not be aware of this, Bible studies are conducted with the intent to eventually convert the individual. Your spiritual routine involves preaching, studying the Bible, praying, doing family worship, and going to the meetings at the Kingdom Hall. You are expected to stay as busy as possible in your spiritual routine, and this will be a measure of your spirituality. Meetings are JW church services. You don't go to church, you go to the meeting. This place of worship is not called a church, it's called a Kingdom Hall. In the Kingdom Hall, you can listen to talks, aka sermons, and any assignment you get is called a privilege. Passing out microphones, reading the Bible, cleaning the restrooms, these are all privileges. Hospitality is when a JW from another congregation comes give a talk at your hall and you make arrangements to receive him in your home. These hospitalities are mostly arranged beforehand. Spiritual paradise refers to being inside the JW organization. This is the only place you'll find real Christian love. The unity enjoyed among JWs worldwide is proof that this is the one true religion.
Are we not grateful?
Conventions are annual events when thousands of Jehovah's Witnesses get together to worship. There are circuit assemblies, which are 2 days long, and district conventions, which are 3 days long. These conventions are the only times when JWs are allowed to get baptized, and the program is referred to as a spiritual banquet.
We are going to have a wonderful buffet of rich spiritual food of many varieties and types.
Family worship. All JW families are encouraged to participate in family worship once a week. They get together to study the Bible or a Watchtower publication as a family. You can also play some Bible games or watch a Bible-related movie depending on the age of your children. Inculcate. Parents are expected to inculcate the truth into their children. That is, teach their children how to be good servants of Jehovah. Indoctrinate them into the religion. Family worship is a key way to inculcate the truth into your children. The elders are the JW equivalent to pastors. They take the lead in conducting the meetings and they judge cases of sin. Ministerial servants are the elder assistants, being given the more menial tasks involved in organizing a congregation. Circuit overseers are in charge of, overseeing a circuit, a group of 10 to 20 congregations. They also have the power to appoint and delete elders.
The governing body loves you.
Publishers are Jehovah's Witnesses who dedicate at least 1 hour a month to the preaching work. You must be a publisher to be considered an active JW. Pioneers are JWs who spend at least 50 hours per month in the preaching work. Becoming a pioneer is optional, but usually comes with some prestige from the congregation and some bragging rights. Auxiliary pioneers are publishers who become pioneers for 1 or 2 months, usually during special preaching campaigns. They dedicate 30 hours a month to preaching. A need grader is someone who goes serve where the need is great, usually to a foreign country with more need of publishers. A missionary is someone who is sent by the branch office to serve in a foreign country. Missionaries receive specialized training in what is known as the Bible School of Gilead, a 6-month intensive Bible course taken at Bethel.
Hey Caleb, remember our trip to Bethel? Bethel means the house of God. We call it Bethel because this place is His.
Bethel refers to the world headquarters of Jehovah's Witnesses, or any of the other 80-something regional branches. Someone who works at Bethel is known as a Bethelite. Going to Bethel is the closest thing Jehovah's Witnesses have to a religious pilgrimage. This is where you can find the governing body and their helpers, and is where the Watchtower publications are printed. JWs call Bethel the house of God. An inactive member is a baptized Jehovah's Witness who no longer participates in the ministry or goes to the meetings. They are seen as spiritually weak, and elders will try to encourage them through shepherding visits. The back room, or B room, refers to a small room at the back of most kingdom halls. Going to the back room has negative connotations, since that probably means you will be questioned by the elders and possibly disciplined. Judicial committee, or committee of elders, is when 2 or 3 elders get together to investigate a case of wrongdoing. It's an interrogation/confession. If the Jehovah's Witness had committed a grave sin, usually premarital sex, and is found repentant, he will be reproved. An announcement will be made from the platform, "Brother so-and-so has been reproved." This will signify to all others to be careful around said person, since he is spiritually weak. Disfellowshipped. If the elders determine you are not repentant enough, you will be disfellowshipped. They will announce from the platform, "Brother so-and-so is no longer one of Jehovah's Witnesses." And all JWs, including your family, will be expected to cut all communication with you. They are only allowed to say a short greeting to you in the Kingdom Hall. Recently, the governing body changed the term disfellowshipped to removed, but it's basically the same thing. Disfellowshipped individuals were referred to as DF'd. If you are DF'd and want to come back, you have to talk with your elders, and after a few months or even years, they will reinstate you. You have now returned to Jehovah. Congratulations. Disassociation is when a JW writes a letter to the elders stating they no longer want to be one of Jehovah's Witnesses. The result is the same as being disfellowshipped. Leaving Jehovah. In the mind of a JW, leaving the religion means leaving Jehovah, leaving the truth. You cannot worship God acceptably outside of the organization. Leave it in Jehovah's hands. This is a common expression used by members when something is out of their control. Also, when you are wronged by someone in the congregation and feel that the elders did not deliver justice, you are to leave things in Jehovah's hands. Another common phrase is "wait on Jehovah," which carries the same message. An apostate is someone who left the truth and now speaks against the organization. Becoming an apostate is the worst thing you can be in the eyes of this religion. The term apostate actually triggers a visceral response in the believer, as they are constantly warned against listening to anything apostates have to say.
They're apostates, enemies of God. They're extreme enemies of Jehovah God.
The best life. This is a term that was popularized by a music video released in the first JW broadcasting, where the life of a Jehovah's Witness is described as the best life ever.
This is the best life ever.
This slogan has become so ingrained in the JW psyche that I have even heard some JWs say, even if this was not the truth, it's still the best way of life. Yeah, sure it is. So, did I miss any important terms? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to drop a like and smash that subscribe button. And please, stay away from the tower.
Bah. Goodbye, little sheep.